Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Monday Morning Moos. This is the show where you get your information and inspiration in the amount of time that it takes to milk one dairy cow. Let's get started with the Moos. Leading oat milk brand Oatly and the owner of Flora Margarine are spearheading a campaign to overturn new proposed EU rules that could have dire consequences for vegan food companies. A ruling by the European Court of Justice in 2017 has already banned vegan food producers trading in the EU from using terms such as oat milk and soya yogurt on packaging. But if new rules, known as Amendment 171, are approved, producers will not be able to use terms or imagery on packaging which refer to or evoke dairy products. If interpreted broadly, the amendment could prevent them from including claims or denominations such as dairy, creamy, yogurt-style dressing, or does not contain milk. They would also be unable to use packaging designs that call to mind dairy products, such as yogurt pots or milk cartons. Even simply showing climate impact by comparing the carbon footprint of their products with dairy equivalents could become illegal. That's awesome, because if you're not a dairy product, why do you get to claim to be a dairy product? I don't know how much simpler it gets than that. Moving on. The College of the Ozarks, W. Alton Jones Dairy, received 6 excellent Holstein classifications from Holstein Association USA in November 2020. In January 2021, Holstein USA released their 2020 high-ranking BAA lists. College of the Ozarks ranked number 2 in colleges and universities and number 6 in the region. The classifier broke down each part of the cow, showing students which traits were good and how the classification adds value to the herd, said Ryan Bellew, dairy manager at C of O. One of my favorite parts of the job is seeing students take responsibility for the management of the herd. They put a lot of hard work and time into their cows to get them prepared for competitive events and really represent our school well. The college dairy also received the Progressive Breeders Award, given to the top herds that excel at maintaining a balance of production and type with a high percentage of homebred females. Congratulations to the College of Ozarks. From our friends at Progressive Dairy, you can visit them at progressivedairy.com for all of the latest moves and news of the industry. Dean Foods has been ordered to pay $29 million in their obligations. On January 15th, Judge David Jones in the U.S. Bankruptcy Court for the Southern District of Texas, ordered the payment amount agreed to between Dean Foods and the U.S. Department of Justice, which is serving as legal counsel for the USDA. The order requires Dean Foods to make the $29.1 million payment within 30 days. Now to our inspirational moment of the week, keeping you fired up for the week, starting on Monday morning. This one's called the elephant rope. A gentleman was walking through an elephant camp, and he spotted that the elephants weren't being kept in cages or held by the use of chains. All that was holding them back from escaping the camp was a small piece of rope tied to their leg. As the man gazed upon the elephants, he was completely confused as to why the elephants did not just use their strength to break the rope and escape the camp. They could easily have done so, but instead they didn't try to at all. Curious and wanting to know the answer, he asked a trainer nearby why the elephants never tried to escape. The trainer replied, "When they were very young and much smaller, we used the same rope to tie them, and at that age, it's enough to hold them. As they grow up, they are conditioned to believe they cannot break away. They believe the rope can still hold them, so they never try to break free. So the only reason they weren't breaking free was because over time they had adopted the belief that it just wasn't possible." And the moral of the story here is, obviously, no matter how much the world tries to hold you back, always continue with the belief that what you want to achieve is possible. Believing you can become successful is the most important step in actually achieving it. That's a good one. And with that, we're going to end with the rest of our inspirational quote of the day. That will be all for the Monday Morning Moos. As we say goodbye, push yourself because no one else is going to do it for you. And that is our show for today, folks. Go out and have a great week. Happy Monday, happy week. We will see you next week on the Monday Morning Moos.